Hello friends, good morning, welcome to NEET World. This is your Abhilash Sir, Mathematics faculty. So, we have started doing Trigonometry PYQs pertaining to 2025 JEE Mains, and also we were doing what? We are doing January session. First of all, welcome to day 8 of our 100 days challenge for JEE Mains 2026. Yes, I am audible. So, in the previous class we solved some 7 questions pertaining to January 2025 JEE Mains. Okay. So, now we will be continuing that session. Okay. So, after this, today I think we will be completing January session PYQs pertaining to trigonometry and inverse trigonometry, and tomorrow we will be starting with April session. Like this the sessions will go on for all the chapters. We will be doing the PYQs for January session and also April session of JEE Mains 2025. And based on the comment section, if you are interested, we will be doing even the 2024 PYQs as well. Got it, friends? Fine. So, let us straight away start. Okay. So, those who are consistently following for past 8 days or including today, so very good, please keep following, and those who are following recently, please be consistent just like this, and those who are starting off today, please watch the previous classes also, that will be highly beneficial for you. Already we have completed sequence and series. Okay. So, let us start, friends. And one more important thing I have to announce, that is JEE Mains 2026. Okay, new batch is starting from September 1st. So, please do join. Okay, if you want more help and guidance with respect to your preparation, it is starting from September 1st. Okay, as you can see the quality of the classes that we are doing. Okay, online itself, on the YouTube itself we are delivering lot of content, but if you join the paid batch you will be given lot of hand holding support and also mentorship and also very good study materials and test series also. Anyways, let us start, friends. Otherwise you can follow on the YouTube if you want to do the self preparation, right. Let us start. But this will reduce your effort because we will be doing lot of research and I will be helping you, and this will reduce your effort. Reduce your effort means reduce the duplication of efforts. Effort is definitely needed, but guidance will be helping you. Okay, all right. First of all, good morning once again. So, let us start. So, they are telling what? The first question, 22nd Jan 2025. So, using the principal values of the inverse trigonometric functions, the sum of the maximum and minimum values of 16 secant inverse of x whole square plus cosec inverse of x whole square is. Okay, definitely they are asking maximum and minimum. That means what? I can categorize this as inverse trigonometric functions or inverse trigonometric concept, or also I can categorize this as what? Maximum and minimum is there. I can categorize this as AOD, that is application of derivatives question. Okay, however you categorize, here the concept of trigonometry is dominant, but I will solve it using AOD method, that is application of derivative methods. There you know increasing, decreasing function, tangents and normals, okay, rate of change and also maximum, minimum, all this comes. So, they are asking maximum and minimum values, okay, maximum and minimum values, right. So, let us apply AOD method, but before that we should use the concept of inverse trigonometry. Okay. So, secant square x whole square, secant inverse of x whole square, this is cosec inverse of x whole square, correct now. So, first of all we know that secant inverse of x plus cosec inverse of x is equal to what? Secant inverse of x plus cosec inverse of x is equal to pi by 2. So, definitely I can write secant inverse of x as what? Secant inverse of x as equal to pi by 2 minus cosec inverse of x. I am writing for your clarity, this anyways you know. Okay. If I put, let secant inverse of x is equal to, let me take it as t, then this will become what? So, this will become what? So, t is this will become what? So, wherever I write secant inverse of x, I should write it as what? Pi by 2 minus cosec inverse of x. Okay, if I put secant inverse of x is equal to t, so that will become what, friends? That will become, I will first forget about 16, just let us take this one first, whatever is inside. So, this will become what, friends? Secant inverse of x is equal to t, means this will become t square plus this will become cosec inverse of x will become pi by 2 minus, let me write down cosec inverse of x, this will become what? Let me write it here. definitely cosec inverse of x will become what? I should write cosec inverse of x will become what? Pi by 2 minus secant inverse of x. Correct? Now, let us see, this will become t square, this will become pi by 2 minus t whole square. Okay. On expanding this will become t square plus pi square by 4 minus, what is this? This will become t square plus minus, what is it? 2 into pi by 2 is, it will just be pi. So, this will become pi times t. So, this will ultimately become 2t square plus pi t plus pi square by 4. This is what I have. So, this is what I have, friends. This is nothing but what? This is a function in t. So, let me write it as f of t. So, I have to first find maximum and minimum value, right. So, first what I have to do? Our first step is to find the derivative, okay, and equate it to 0 to find the critical points. Then let us do the double derivative to find whether it is positive or negative, to find out whether it is maximum or minimum. So, let us write down. So, f dash of t is what? F dash of t is equal to 4t square plus, what is it? Plus pi. Okay, 4t square plus pi. This is not plus pi, this should be minus, correct? No, here it is minus. This is minus pi t. This is minus pi t. This will become minus pi. This will become minus pi. Correct? This will become minus pi is equal to 0. Now, what do you have, friends? Now, just a minute. This will be 4t minus pi. So, this implies t is equal to what? T is equal to pi by 4. We got t is equal to pi by 4. So, let us find f double dash of t. F double dash of t is what? F double dash of t is equal to 4t, or 4t, if I derivative of 4t is just 4, which is greater than 0, then this is nothing but what? This is having minimum. So, this is having minima. Okay. So, if I put f of t now, so if I have to find f of t, so that is nothing but what? I have to find f of pi by 4. So, f of pi by 4 will give me minimum value. Okay, f of pi by 4 will give me minimum value. F of pi by 4 is equal to what? 2t square, that is nothing but equal to 2 times pi square by 4, that is nothing but pi square by 4 square, that is pi square by 16 minus, what is it? That is pi into pi by 4 is pi square by 4 plus pi square by 4. Okay. This and this will cancel. I will have what? 2 1s are 2 8s are. So, f of pi by 4, that is equal to what? Pi by 8. Pi by 8, this is what? This is the minimum value. This is the minimum value I have. Okay, this is the minimum value I have. Now, I have to find maximum value. To find the maximum value, one thing you must remember, friends. Okay, secant inverse of x is given. Secant inverse of x is given. For secant inverse of x, what is the domain that we have? For secant inverse of x, what is the domain that we have? So, for secant inverse of x, if you look at it, not domain, if you talk about the range, of secant inverse of x, it is 0 comma pi. Okay, secant inverse of x. I told that I have told about the Trimurti trick when I did the concept class. Cos inverse of x, secant inverse of x, and also cot inverse of x behave similarly. Minus this is pi by 2. Correct, na? So, if I put the extreme values, so this will become what, friends? If I put the extreme value, f of 0 will become what? F of 0 will become what? F of 0 will become pi square by 4. Okay, pi square by 4. So, definitely what is this? This is pi square by 8. So, definitely this is bigger. Okay, fine. But let us see for another extreme value, that is f of pi. F of pi, if I put what I will get? F of pi, if I put what I will get? I will get it as 2 times pi square by 2 times pi square. Okay, 2 times pi square I will have minus pi into pi, that is pi square plus pi square by 4. This is what I have. 2 pi square minus pi square is just pi square plus pi square by 4. This is what I have. Now, if I take LCM, what will I have? I will have 5 pi square by 4. So, f of pi, I will have it as what? 5 pi square by 4. So, definitely pi square by 4 and 5 pi square by 4, if you compare what is bigger, definitely this is 5 times of pi square by 4. So, definitely this is bigger. So, this is my maximum value. So, this is my maximum value. So, this is my maximum value. Now, what they are asking us actually, what they are asking us in the question, they are asking us what? They are asking us to find the maximum value and minimum values, that is sum of the maximum and minimum values. What they are asking us? The sum of the maximum and minimum values. Sum of the maximum and minimum value means, so it is, what is it? First you have to take 16 also. 16, let it be outside. What is the minimum value? Minimum value is what, friends? Pi square by 8. Okay, pi square by 8. So what about this maximum value? Maximum value is 5 pi square by 4. So let me modify this. So 16 pi square by 8 plus 5 pi square by 4. Instead of that, if I want the denominator as 8 itself, I will write it as 10 pi square by 8. 10 pi square by 8. I will write it like this. 10 pi square by 8. This is how I will write it. So this will become what? 10 pi square plus pi square. This will become 11 pi square. So this will give me 16 into 11 pi square by 8. So 8 ones are 8 twos are. So this will become what? 22 pi square. This will become what? 22 pi square. Okay. This will become what? 22 pi square. That is option A. Okay. This will become 22 pi square. That is option A. Okay. This will become 22 pi square, which is nothing but option A. This is how we got to solve the question. So first most important concept is secant inverse of x plus cosecant inverse of x is equal to pi by 2. So cosecant inverse of x, I will write it in terms of secant inverse of x as pi by 2 minus secant inverse of x. Next what we will do? Secant inverse of x, let me take it as t. So this I will get it in the form of quadratic form. So t square pi square by 4. So this is 2t square minus pi by t. This is pi t minus pi square by 4. F of t I will get it. So they are asking maximum and minimum value. So I will apply the concept of AOD here. This is where I will apply. So f dash of t, I will get it. I will equate it to 0. First derivative I will equate it to 0 to get the critical points. That is t is equal to pi by 4. At t is equal to f dash of t is 4. This is greater than 0. This is having minima. So definitely if I put f of t is equal to t, where t is equal to pi by 4, if I put it, what I will get, friends? I will get it as minimum value. What is the minimum value? I got pi square by 8. But they are asking maximum also, because they want the sum of maximum and minimum value. So for that, let me take the domain of, or range of, this is range actually, range of secant inverse of x. So secant inverse of x range is 0 to pi, comma, that is closed interval minus pi by 2. So let me put extreme values. F of 0 I will get it as pi by 4, f of pi I will get it as 5 pi square by 4. This is pi square by 4, this is 5 times pi square by 4. Definitely this value is bigger. So this will become the maximum value. So we have to add this maximum and minimum values. On simplification we will get it as 22 pi square. So this is the answer to this question, friends. This is asked in 22nd Jan 2025, first shift. Okay. So please take a screenshot of the solution if you want. Please take a screenshot of the solution. This will be highly useful for you. So please take a screenshot of the solution. So fairly simple question, correct? So it's a fairly simple question. Alright friends, let us move to the alright friends, let us move to the next question. So the answer to this question is 22 pi square. Look at this. Look at this question, friends. They have given, let s is equal to x. Cos inverse of x is equal to pi plus sin inverse of x plus sin inverse of 2x plus 1. Then summation x belongs to x. Okay, 2x minus 1 whole square is equal to what they are asking. So first of all, let us write down what is given. So cos inverse of x, everything here is in sin inverse of x. So first let us write down what is given. They have given us what? They have given us cos inverse of x is equal to what? Pi plus sin inverse of x plus sin inverse of 2x plus 1. Okay, this is what they have given. But everything is in sin inverse. Here I have cos inverse. Definitely this cos inverse I can write it as what? I can write it as pi by 2 minus sin inverse, because we know that cos inverse of x plus sin inverse of x is equal to pi by 2, correct? No. So this I can write it as what? This I can write it as pi by 2 minus sin inverse of x. This is equal to pi plus sin inverse of x plus sin inverse of 2x plus 1. This is what I have. Okay, this is what I have. Now this sin inverse of x, if I send it that side, this will become pi by 2. Okay, you will send this pi this side, minus pi is equal to 2 times sin inverse of x plus sin inverse of 2x plus 1. This is what I have, correct? This is what I have. Now pi by 2 minus pi is, this will become, let me write it as 2 times sin inverse of x plus sin inverse of 2x plus 1 is equal to what do you have? Pi by 2 minus pi, that is nothing but equal to minus pi by 2. That is nothing but equal to minus pi by 2. So, let me send this 2 sin inverse of x that side for my convenience. So, sin inverse of 2x plus 1 is equal to minus pi by 2 minus 2 sin inverse of x, or let me take minus outside, let me put plus here. Okay, let me put plus here. If I take minus outside, this will become pi by 2 plus 2 times sin inverse of x. Now, let me apply sin on both sides. Let me apply sin on both sides. 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 So, what will this become, friends? This will become sin inverse of 2x plus 1, okay, is equal to sin of minus theta. Sin of minus theta is minus sin theta. So, this will become what? Minus of sin of pi by 2 plus 2 sin inverse of x, plus 2 sin inverse of x. So, this is nothing but what? Sin 90 plus theta. Sin 90 plus theta is what? Sin 90 plus theta is in second quadrant, correct? No. So, in second quadrant sin is positive. So, it will become positive value only, it will remain, but pi by 2 is what? Pi by 2 is odd multiple of pi by 2. So, sin will change to cos. So, this will become what? So, this will become cos of, this will become sin of sin inverse of 2x plus 1 is equal to minus cos of pi by 2, this is nothing but cos of 2 times sin inverse of x, cos of 2 times sin inverse of x. This is what we have. Now, please carefully observe sin of sin inverse of theta, not or sin of sin inverse of theta, this is nothing but what? This will become theta 2x plus 1. This is what? Minus cos of, if I think of sin inverse of x as theta, this is nothing but what? This is nothing but cos of 2 theta. Cos 2 theta is nothing but equal to what? 1, I can write it as 1 minus, I can write it as what? 1 minus sin square theta, correct? Now, 1 minus 2 sin square theta. See here I am applying what? Here I am applying, see here, cos 2 theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Okay, here theta is nothing but sin square x, here theta is nothing but sin square x. So, if I apply this, I will get it as minus of 1 minus 2 times sin square of sin inverse of x. Sin square of sin inverse of x is nothing but equal to, I will get it as 2x square. Sin square is there, so this will become x square. So, this is what I have. Now, on simplification, what I will get? 2x plus 1 is equal to minus 1 plus 2x square. So, this will become what, friend? This will become quadratic equation 2x square minus 2x minus 2 is equal to 0. This is what I have. This implies what? This implies if I divide by 2 throughout, this will I will get it as x square minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. This is what I have. Okay. On solving this, how can I solve? Let us use the formula method. Okay, that is b square minus 4ac minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac. So, x is equal to, okay, plus or minus, this is what? Minus b means this will become 1 plus or minus b square minus 4ac is what? B square is 1, okay, plus 4ac. 4ac is 4 here, it is nothing divided by 2a. Divided by 2a is nothing but 2. Okay. So, this will become what, friends? X is equal to plus or minus 1, okay, 1 plus or minus, this will become root 5 by 2, root 5 by 2. Okay. Yeah, let us remove this plus or minus, not required. Just let us write down what is given. X is equal to, this is the formula that we have, plus or minus won't come, 1 plus or minus root 5 by 2. Now, which should we select? If you look about the domain, if you look at the domain of sin inverse of x, okay, it is nothing but what? Minus 1 to plus 1. So, if you take this value 2x plus 1, okay, 2x plus 1, if you take it, this 2x plus 1 is greater than or equal to minus 1 and less than or equal to plus 1. So, this will become what? If I send it this way, this will become what? Minus 2 is less than or equal to 2x less than or equal to, if I send that 1 minus 1, it will become 0. Okay, if I divide by 2 throughout, this will become what? Minus 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 0. So, what is this that we have? So, x belongs to what? X belongs to minus 1 comma 0, x belongs to minus 1 comma 0. So, if x belongs to minus 1 comma 0, that means what? It is having a negative value. So, x is having, so x is minus 1 to 0 means x is negative. X is negative we have to take. Okay, if x has to be negative, then definitely 1 minus root 5 by 2 I have to take it. I cannot take plus, I cannot take the positive value. Therefore, what I will get, I have to take the value of x as what? I have to take the value of x as, I have to take the value of x as, therefore x is equal to 1 minus root 5 by 2. 1 minus root 5 by 2, this is what I have, 1 minus root 5 by 2. Now, they are asking us summation of 2x minus 1 whole square is equal to what? Wonderful question this is. Okay, summation of x belonging to x, 2x minus 1 whole square is equal to what? 2x minus 1 whole square is equal to what? Here let us manipulate something. Here this will become what? 2x is equal to 1 minus root 5. Here next step it will become 2x minus 1 is equal to minus root 5. Correct? No? Now they are asking us 2x minus 1 whole square. So that what I can do, I can square on both sides. Squaring this, what I will get? 2x minus 1 whole square is equal to minus root 5 whole square. This will become what? Root 5 into root 5, minus into minus will become plus, root 5 into root 5 will become 5. So the correct answer to this question is 5. The correct answer to this question is what, friends? It is 5. 5 is the right answer to this question, friends. 5 is the right answer to this question. This is how we got to solve this question. So 5 is the right answer to this question, friends. Clear? So this is the solution to this question. So we started with cos inverse of x plus sin inverse of x is equal to pi by 2. They have given cos inverse of x is equal to pi plus something in terms of sin inverse of x. Since everything is in sin inverse of x, I can convert this cos inverse of x in terms of pi by 2 minus sin inverse of x. So on simplification, I will get it as 2 sin inverse of x, sin inverse of 2x plus 1 is equal to minus pi by 2. Okay. Now I will send this 2 sin inverse of x to this side, so that I can get the values in terms of x. So this will become what? Sin inverse of 2x plus 1 is equal to minus I have taken outside pi by 2 plus 2 sin inverse of x. Now what I will do, I will apply sin on both sides. Sin of sin inverse of something is equal to minus sin 90 plus theta. Sin 90 plus theta is equal to cos theta. Okay, sin of minus theta is minus sin theta, so minus has come out. So sin of sin inverse of something is, sin of sin inverse of theta is theta. 2x plus 1, this is minus cos, if I took sin inverse of x as theta, this will become what? Cos 2 theta. Cos 2 theta is what? In terms of sin, it will become 1 minus 2 sin square theta. So sin square theta, theta means nothing but what? Sin inverse of x. I have taken theta as sin inverse of x. So 2 times sin inverse of x is, it will become x square. So 1 minus 2 x square. So on simplification, I will get this quadratic equation x square minus x minus 1. So x will be equal to 1 plus or minus root 5 by 2. Here we do not know which value to take for x. Now we know the domain of sin inverse of x is minus 1 to plus 1 within closed interval. Okay, I took 2x plus 1 from this one. Okay, from this one I have taken 2x plus 1. On simplifying this, I will get x belongs to minus 1 comma 0. Here 2x plus 1 belongs to minus 1 comma 0, that is x should be negative. X should be negative means I cannot take 1 plus root 5 by 2. I should take 1 minus root 5 by 2. So therefore x will become 1 minus root 5 by 2. So on further simplification, on manipulation, I will get 2x is equal to 1 minus root 5. Okay, 2x is equal to 1 minus root 5. 2x minus 1 is equal to minus root 5. So on squaring on both sides, what I will get? On squaring on both sides, I will get it as equal to 5. So the right answer to this question is 5. Okay, this was asked in 29 Jan 2025. That is in first shift. That was asked in first shift, friends. It was asked in first shift. Okay, so this question is to be solved. Okay, please take a screenshot. If you want, please practice it after you come from the college, or whenever you are free, please practice it by yourself also once. Okay, this is also PYQ based. This is asked, such a type of question was asked in previous exams also, that is in 24 and 23 also. That is why there is immense benefit by solving the PYQs. That too early morning you are solving, that will give a boost for your confidence and also an edge over others. Okay, because you are starting the day in a right note. Okay, first of all you are waking up and you are showing up here and watching the class, and you are learning quality content. That is the thing. So let us start with next question, friends. Look at this. This is also fairly simple question. Okay, so 22nd Jan 2025. This is the second shift question. So the sum of all the values of theta, where theta belongs to 0, 2 pi, that is up to 0 to 360 degree, satisfying 2 sin square theta is equal to cos 2 theta and 2 cos square theta, 2 cos, this is what, let me write it, 2 sin square theta is equal to cos 2 theta, 2 cos square theta is equal to 3 sin theta. This is what they were given, right? Now what we can do here, now 2 sin square theta 2 sin square theta is equal to cos 2 theta. So 2 sin square theta is equal to cos 2 theta means what? Cos 2 theta I can write it in terms of sin square theta, I can write it as 1 minus 2 sin square theta, same like previous question. So this will become what? If I send it this side, this will become 4 sin square theta is equal to 1. So that means what? Sin square theta is equal to 1 by 4. So sin theta is equal to plus or minus 1 by 2. So if it is plus or minus 1 by 2, that means what? That means what? In the first quadrant theta will become what? In the first quadrant theta will become pi by 6. In the second quadrant theta will become what? Pi by 2 plus pi by 6. In second quadrant it will become, see 3 pi by 6 means actually it will become pi by 2. So I should write it as what? 5 pi by 6. Next in the third quadrant it will become 7 pi by 6, and in the fourth quadrant it will become 11 pi by 6. Correct? No, it will become 11 pi by 6. Let us keep this. Now let us take another thing that they have given. What is that they have given? 2 cos square theta. 2 cos square theta is equal to 3 sin theta. 2 cos square theta is equal to 3 sin theta. That means what? Cos square theta, let me write it in terms of sin. So that will become 2 times 1 minus sin square theta is equal to 3 sin theta. Correct? Now let us multiply 2 minus 2 sin square theta is equal to 3 sin theta. This is what we have. This is what we have. Now further we have to simplify. Correct? Further we have to simplify. Now have a look at this. So if I send it this side, this will, if I send it, or let me send it that side, everything. So this will become what? 2 sin square theta, okay, plus 3 sin theta minus 2 is equal to 0. So this is nothing but what? This is nothing but a quadratic equation in sine, where product is minus 4 and sum is plus 3. So I can write it as what? 2 sin square theta plus 4 sin theta minus sin theta minus 2 is equal to 0. So what is common here? I can take 2 sin square theta as common. I can take 2 sin square theta as common. So this will become what? This will become not sin square theta. I should take 2 sin theta as common. Should take 2 sin theta as common. 2 sin theta, if I take it as common, this will become what? Sin theta plus 2, and this will become what? Minus, if I take it outside, minus sin theta plus 2 is equal to 0. So this what I will have? 2 sin theta minus 1 into sin theta, this will be sin theta plus 2 is equal to 0. So definitely if I take this value, sin theta plus 2 is equal to 0, that means what? Sin theta will be equal to minus 2. But we know that the range of sin theta is what? The range of sin theta is minus 1 to plus 1, not the range domain. Okay. Yeah, here it is normal trigonometry, right? So the range of sin theta will be minus 1 to plus 1. So here the range is minus 1 to plus 1. Okay, minus 1 to plus 1. So this I have to cancel. I cannot take this. So definitely this implies I have to take 2 sin theta minus 1 is equal to 0. That implies sin theta is equal to 1 by 2. Sin theta is equal to 1 by 2. We will get sin theta is equal to 1 by 2. So if we get sin theta is equal to 1 by 2, this is positive 1 by 2. So we cannot take negative values of 1 by 2. Positive 1 by 2 means sin is positive in which quadrant? Sin is positive only in first quadrant and second quadrant. So we have to take what are the values of theta we have to take? We have to take the values of theta as, so theta will be, what is it that we have? Theta will be pi by 6, and also what is it? Theta will be 5 by 6 and also 5 pi by 6. Theta will be 5 by 6 and also 5 pi by 6. Now if you compare these, sum of all the values of theta they are telling, correct? No. So that doesn't mean that we have to take everything here. We have to take the common values. So common between these two. So common between these two is what? So this is common between these two and this is common between these two. So the theta values which you have to take is pi by 6, 5 pi by 6, pi by 6 plus 5 pi by 6. So sum of all the values of theta. Okay. So here let me write down sum of all the values of theta. Sum of all values of theta satisfying the equation is equal to pi by 6 plus pi by 6 plus 5 pi by 6 plus 5 pi by 6 2 times. So this will become what? Pi plus pi, 2 pi, 5 pi plus 5 plus 10 pi. So 12 pi by 6, 12 pi by 6. So this will become what? 12 pi by 6, correct? No, pi plus pi, 5, 7 pi plus 5 pi, this will become what? 12 pi by 6. So 6 ones are 6 twos are. So the answer will be what? The answer will be 2 pi. So the right answer to this question is what, friends? The right answer to this question is 2 pi, which is not there. Let me check. Just let me check. Okay, sum of all the values of theta means which are only valid. That means what? I need not take 2 times. Let me take only once. Okay, let me take only once. So this will become what? Let me take only once which are valid. So what is common? Pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6. Here also pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6. Let me take these two values and add it. So this will become what? Pi by 6 plus 5 pi by 6. So this gives us what? 6 pi by 6. 6 and 6 will cancel. I will get the answer as pi. So I will get the answer as pi. So which is option B is the right answer, friends. Option B is the right answer. So this was asked in 22nd Jan 2025. This was asked in second session. Okay, second shift. Okay. Okay, 22nd Jan, second shift. This question was asked. So fairly simple question. Just you have to know here plus and minus is there. So you should take all the values of theta. Here it is only positive values of theta. That means pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6 sign is positive in first and second quadrant. So what is common between 2 pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6? Just add these two values, you will get it as pi. Okay, that's it. Fairly simple question. This I consider it as very easy question. Definitely you should solve such questions. Okay, little calculatively intensive you may feel, but it's not that calculative also. It's fairly simple calculation. I have written more steps for each and every student to understand. That's it. For each and every student to understand, I have written more steps, friends. Clear? Fine. Please take a screenshot of the solution if you want, so that it will be handy for you if you want to solve it by yourself, and then you can refer to the solution, friends. All right. Once again I am repeating, JEE Mains 2026 long term batch or regular batch, it is starting from, and also regular batch, and also that is evening batches also, and also regular batches in the sense morning to evening. Such batches are starting from September 1st. New batch is starting from September 1st. Do check out and enroll. Okay. You can contact on our office number, that is 8977 46381. 46381. Clear? Fine, friends. Let us move to the next question. You can take a screenshot of this one if you want to save this number. You can take a screenshot of this one if you want to save this number. 8977 46381. Done. And again I am telling those who are attending for the 8th day consecutively, that's wonderful, very good, definitely you will do well. But others, please make sure to be consistent, because consistency always wins. It always beats talent. If you are consistent, definitely you will get the results. Okay, consistency is more important than intensity. I will always keep saying. Fine, friends. Let us go to the next question. Let the range of the function f of x is equal to 6 plus 16 times cos x, cos pi by 3 minus 6, cos pi by 3 plus 6, sin 3x, cos 6x, x belongs to R, be alpha comma beta within closed interval. Then the distance of the point alpha comma beta from the line 3x plus 4y plus 12 is equal to what they are asking. So see here, friends, if you look at this, so range of the function they are telling. So this question can be put it under 3 different chapters, correct? No, we can put it under functions chapter. Okay, this is trigonometry, and this is definitely straight lines chapter. Is definitely straight lines chapter. So definitely we can, some teachers may put it in some other chapters, not a problem at all. Anyways, our goal is to cover all the PYQs of JEE Mains 2025. But here I understand that definitely there is an interplay of 3 different chapters. This is multi-concept based question. So there is interplay of 3 different chapters: functions, trigonometry and straight lines. But here, as per me, the dominant thing or the dominant paradigm is of trigonometry. So it is trigonometry dominant. It is trigonometry dominant, this question. Okay. Other things are fairly simple. It is trigonometry dominant question. Okay. So what we will do, first what they have given, 6 plus 16 cos x. Okay, let us write down whatever that they have given. So let us write down whatever that they have given. So this is what f of x is equal to 6 plus 16 cos x. Let me write it down here. What they have given, friends? F of x is equal to 6 plus 16 cos x into cos of pi by 3 minus x into cos of pi by 3 plus x into sin 3x into cos 6x, where x belongs to R, into cos 6x. So first of all, by looking at this, I understand that there is one very important result that we have discussed in our concept class. So please, those who have not watched the concept class, please do watch it. Please do watch the concept class. Definitely, it will be highly useful for you. So we know that cos theta into cos 60 minus theta into cos 60 plus theta. Okay, so cos 60 plus theta is equal to, we have the formula 1 by 4 cos 3 theta. This is what we have. Okay, let me apply this result here. So this will become what, friends? So this will become what? So this will become what? So here what did I apply? Cos theta, cos 60 minus theta, cos 60 plus theta is equal to 1 by 4 cos 3 theta. Similarly, we have sin theta, sin 60 minus theta, sin 60 plus theta is equal to 1 by 4 sin 3 theta. But what about tan? Tan theta, tan 60 minus theta, tan 60 plus theta. The answer is 1 by 4 will get cancelled because it is tan is sin by cos. So the answer will be just tan 3 theta. The answer will be what? Just tan 3 theta. Okay. The answer will be what? Just tan 3 theta. So let me write down those identities also here for your reference. Sin theta, sin 60 minus theta, sin 60 plus theta is equal to 1 by 4 sin 3 theta. Okay. What about tan? Sin cos I have anyways written, tan theta, tan 60 minus theta, tan 60 plus theta is equal to tan 3 theta, just tan 3 theta. Okay. Anyways, for us this result is useful for us in this question. So let us proceed with the question now, friends. So let us proceed with the question now. Fine. Now, so it is 6 plus 16 cos x cos 60 minus theta, 60 plus theta is nothing but 1 by 4 cos theta, that is nothing but 1 by 4 cos 3x. So this will become what? 4 1s are 4 4s are. So what do you have now? We have into sin 3x into cos 6x. Now out of this 4, 2 I will send it this side. So this will become what? 6 plus 2 into 2 sin 3x into cos 3x into cos 6x. Now focus on this, friends, focus only on this. So this is nothing but what? This is nothing but 2 sin theta cos theta, correct? Now 2 sin theta cos theta is nothing but sin 2 theta. So this will become what? 6 plus 2 times of sin 6 theta, sin 6x. So now multiplied by cos 6x. Now focus on this, friends. This is nothing but 2 sin theta cos theta. Again it is nothing but what? Sin 2 theta. So this will become what? 6 plus sin 12x. 6 plus sin 12x. This is what we have. 6 plus sin 12x. So this is f of x. This is what, friends? This is f of x. So this is f of x that we have. Now 6 plus sin 12x. Now if you look at this, if we talk about this, range of this function is what? This is 6 plus sin 12x. Sin 12x is less than, this will be greater than or equal to minus 1 and less than or equal to plus 1. So if I send 6 this side, this will become 5 less than or equal to sin 12x and less than or equal to, what is this? What is that we have? 6 if I send this side, it will become what? It will become what? 6 if I send it this side, this will be, if I add 6 to all of this, see, first I should write what? Just I should write sin 6x, sin 12x, then it will be fine, then you will understand. So first let me write just sin 12x, the range of sin 12x, that's all. Okay. If I have to add 6, throughout, this will become what? Let me write it again. So this will become what, friends? If I have to add 6, so this will become what? 6 plus sin 12x. So 6 if I add to this, minus 1 plus 6 is, this will be 5. 1 plus 6 is, this will become 7. So definitely this is ranging from alpha to beta. This will be alpha. Okay, by our knowledge of maximum minima, this will be alpha and this will be beta. Okay, so definitely we got the value of alpha and beta as what? Alpha and beta. So we got the value of alpha and beta as equal to 5, 7. Okay, so they are asking us distance of the line from this point to the line, that is what is that 3x plus what is that 3x plus 4y plus 12, 3x plus 4y plus 12, 3x plus 4y plus 12 is equal to 0. The distance of this point they are asking, 3x plus 4y plus 12. So, distance of a point, okay, distance of a point a comma b, not d a comma b, let us take it as alpha comma beta itself, alpha comma beta to the line see ax plus by plus c, ax plus by plus c is given by, it is given by what? It is given by a times alpha plus b times beta plus c divided by square root of a square plus b square. This is the formula that we have. If I apply this here, if I apply this formula here, what I will have, friends? If I apply this formula here, I will have the distance of the point, that is d, if d is equal to 3 times x is what? Here alpha, that is 5 plus 4 times 7 plus 12 divided by a square plus b square. Square root of a square plus b square is what? Square root of 3 square plus 4 square. Okay. Now, what I will have, friends? I will have d is equal to 15 plus 28 plus 12, okay, divided by square root of 3 square plus 4 square is, this is nothing but 9 square plus 16 square, that is 9 plus 16, that is 25. So, this will be what? 28 plus 12 is 40, 40 plus 15 is 55, 55 divided by square root of 25 is 5, 5 ones are 5 11s are. So, the value of d is nothing but equal to 11. Okay. The value of d, we will get the answer as equal to 11, which is the option, that is option A. That is option A is the right answer, that is 11 is the right answer to this question, friends. That is 11 is the right answer to this question. Clear? This is how we got to solve this question. This is how we got to solve this question. So, for first what we applied? So, we applied, the most important thing is we applied this one, this result. On applying this result, we will get it as 1 by 4 cos 3x. So, on simplification, we will get it as 2 sin 3x. Okay. So, on manipulation 4, I split it into 2 into 2, 2 sin 3x cos 3x, this will become sin 2 theta, that is sin 2 of 3x, it will become sin 6x. So, again 2 sin 6x cos 6x, that is nothing but again 2 sin theta cos theta, that is nothing but sin 2 theta, sin 2 of 12x is nothing but sin 12x, not 12x, sin 2 of 6x is nothing but sin 12x. So, 6 plus sin 12x. Now, if I look at the range of this, sin 12x will lie between -1 and +1, okay, and 6, if I add 6, I will get it as 5 and 7. So, alpha will be 5, beta will be 7, alpha comma beta will be 5 comma 7. So, that is distance of the point from this line. Okay. So, the distance of the point from the line, I have to apply this 3x plus 4y plus 12 is equal to. So, alpha comma beta, distance of this point from ax plus by plus v is given by a times alpha plus b times beta plus c divided by square root of a square plus b square. This thing if I apply here, I will get it as 55 by 5, that is d is equal to 11. Clear, friends? This is how we got to solve this question. I hope it is clear. So, let us recapitulate what are the things that we solved in this class session. Okay. So, first thing is principal value of this secant square x cosecant square x. So, first thing secant inverse of x plus cosecant inverse of x is equal to pi by 2, that concept we know. So, cosecant inverse of x I wrote it in terms of secant inverse, that is pi by 2 minus secant inverse of x. Let me take secant inverse of x as t. So, then I will get a quadratic equation. Okay. If I get this quadratic equation, t square plus pi over 4 plus t square is equal to minus pi by 2, this is what I have. Now, they are asking us to find maximum and minimum. So, definitely this is a combination of inverse trigo and also application of derivatives. See, definitely this one you can solve using completing the square method also. You can solve using completing the square method also. See here, this one you can solve using completing the square method also. I am not stopping you from doing it, completing square method. Okay. But I feel application of derivatives method is more apt and it will make your life easy when you go with this approach. Okay, application of derivative. So, first order derivative found out and I equated to 0, I got the critical points. So, t is equal to pi by 4, double derivative if I find out I will get 4 which is greater than 0, this is having minima. So, first I should put for f of pi by 4, if I find out f of pi by 4 I will get it as pi square by 8, this is a minimum value. But they are asking sum of maximum and minimum value. So, definitely I need maximum value. So, I took the what? I took the range of secant inverse of x. Range of secant inverse of x is closed interval 0 comma pi minus pi by 2. So, f of 0 is pi square by 4. So, what about this f of pi? F of pi I will get it as 5 pi square by 4. If I consider pi square by 4 and 5 pi square by 4, this is 5 times. So, definitely this will have the maximum value. On adding this and simplifying, I will get it as 22 pi square. Similarly, this question summation of this. So, cos inverse of x I have to write it in terms of sin inverse of x. Here I will do some modification, I will apply sin on both sides. So, here it is sin 90 plus theta is cos theta, but this is cos 2 theta. If I take sin inverse of x as theta, I will write it in terms of cos 2 theta, I can write it in terms of 1 minus sin theta in terms of 1 minus 2 sin square theta. I will get it as 2x plus 1 is equal to 1 plus minus 1 plus 2 sin 2x square, or I will get the quadratic equation of x square minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. Next thing is I will get x is equal to 1 plus or minus root 5 by 2, okay, but I have to decide between two, I cannot take two values of x. So, domain of sin inverse of x is minus 1 to plus 1, okay. I am taking 2x plus 1 ranging between minus 1 to plus 1, I will get the value of x as minus 1 comma 0 within closed interval. That means what? X is negative. X is negative means definitely I cannot take 1 plus root 5 by 2, I have to take 1 minus root 5 by 2. If I take that, x is equal to 1 minus root 5 by 2, and if I do some modification, 2x is equal to 1 minus root 5. So, 2x minus 1 is equal to minus root 5. So, they are asking square of it. If I square this, I will get the answer as 5. Okay, this is a numerical value based question. Okay, this is how we got to solve this question. Clear? Next one, how did we solve this? This is fairly simple question. So, it is based on double angle formulas. On simplifying this, I will get it as sin theta is equal to plus or minus 2 plus or minus half. So, that means what? Plus or minus means it is covering all the 4 quadrants. Okay. So, that means what? In the first quadrant it is pi by 6, second 5 pi by 6, in the third it is 7 pi by 6, in the fourth it is 11 pi by 6. Next, on simplifying this, I will get sin theta is equal to half. That means it is positive value. Sin is positive in first and second quadrant. This is first and second quadrant. First and second quadrant. Now, theta will be equal to what? Pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6. But I have to take the sum of all the values of theta. But it does not mean that all the values means everything. We have to take only common values. Common values means pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6. Okay, this is what common values. Okay, common values are what? Pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6. So, sum of all the values of theta, that means I have to add these common values, that is pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6, I will get it as pi. Clear, friends? That is it. Next, what we did here, we use the important result and simplified this. I have already explained. So, this will become, we will use double angle formula here again, 2 sin theta cos theta, here again 2 sin theta cos theta, that is nothing but equal to what? Sin 2 theta. On simplifying this, I will get it as f of x is equal to 6 plus sin 12x. Now, to find the distance of the point from alpha comma beta, definitely I have to find out alpha and beta. So, first I took sin 12x, range of sin 12x is minus 1 to plus 1. If I add 6, I will get alpha is equal to 5 and beta is equal to 7. So, distance of this point from to this line is given by a times alpha, b times beta plus c divided by square root of a square plus b square. That I applied here, I will get 55 by 5, that is distance, that is nothing but 11. So, d value we will get it as 11, friends. So, the value of d is nothing but equal to 11. Clear? This is how we got to solve this question. Clear? This is how you have to solve this question. This is fairly simple. Okay. So, this completes the all the PYQs of January session 2025 JEE Mains. Okay. All PYQs of trig and inverse trigonometry of JEE Mains 2025 Jan session completed. Okay. So, tomorrow we will be coming out with April session. Okay, April session trigonometry PYQs will be doing 2025. After that, we will be going on to new chapter. Alright, friends, this is how the classes will proceed. So, please be consistent, please wake up early and start attending the class, and please do revise the class at the end of the day. Okay, that means revise means it does not mean that I have to buy heart. Just go through the concepts and try to solve by yourself. Try to apply your concepts. Okay, try to think of any other way which you can solve. It is not the only way to solve, but this is the simplest way to solve such questions. Okay, clear? Alright, friends, I will wind up now. Again I am telling the new batch is starting from September 1st. Alright, I will wind up now. Have a great day. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let us meet at the day 9 of JEE Mains 2026 100 days challenge. I will wind up now. Thank you. Take care.